Hello and welcome to Apocalypse Network presents Devil's Advocate, name pending. I'm Ben, I'm joined by Sean.
Hello.
And we have a special guest this week from Cutting to the Ball in the Post-Truth Apocalypse. It's Science Officer Mike.
Hiya.
He is here, the man, the myth, the legend.
About that.
You're
It's
bigging
nice
him
to
off now.
It's nice to be invited. Cheers, guys.
It's alright.
What he doesn't know is this is actually an interview, and if he passes, he's replacing you.
Oh well. Do I then demote to guest?
No, you're just not allowed to come here anymore.
Alright.
We move you out, yeah. Mike moves in.
Alright. Damn.
Them's the rules.
Yep. So it's high stakes today. You've got to be impressive.
The clicking you might hear is probably the show mascot Chloe, who's trotting around. She's down now. She's too hot for her.
Wondering what we're doing.
Yeah. So today we're going to talk about AI, artificial intelligence. Which at the start of the show, guys, I'm going to say, oh my God, you're both drinking in synchronicity. Oh
We are
God.
becoming one.
This is not going well for you at all.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I'll get me bags packed. Yeah, I'm going to go on the record and say I don't think any of this is a good idea. Or certainly most of it is not a good idea.
Yeah.
AI. Having something smart or smarter than a human is not going to end well for us. I've seen Terminator,
Yeah,
and I know how this ends.
Or iRobot.
Or iRobot.
Yeah.
Although I did enjoy in iRobot, we won't talk about movies and that too much, but in iRobot I did enjoy how, like, you know, he gets his mama robot,
Yeah.
and because she's lonely and like baking for really nobody, and it's like, ah, that's nice, isn't it? Give
It
your
is.
nana robot, you have someone to talk to.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
That could be a good thing. But other than that, murderous killer robots, it's going to happen.
At some point, it's probably going to happen.
Probably.
Yeah. So we're all in agreement.
Yeah.
Okay.
Haven't they built like is it Japan? They built like a car that's self-driving. It killed like a bunch of people. It drove into a bunch of people.
I think so, but the thing is, I'd say let's start with self-driving cars,
Yeah.
and planes, trains, and automobiles,
Yeah.
because this is probably where we're going to first
Oh, definitely.
see it come in. Apart from the sex robots, which we'll get onto,
I mean, it's happening now.
it's happening now.
It's
Yeah,
happening now, yeah.
yeah, it is. Everyone's doing self-driving cars now. The issue I have with a self-driving car is it's wonderful in theory. The old Johnny Cab from Total Recall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? You get in, you order the car, it turns up, it takes you where you want to go, and when you're ready to come back, you do exactly the same thing. And these things are running on solar power and batteries,
Yeah.
and just driving around looking for the next thing to do. That is amazing. I
It's
love
already
it.
better for the environment.
Already
Yeah.
better than the environment, because not everyone has to have a car then.
Yeah.
Right, so it's great. But at some point, your driverless car will try and kill you,
Yeah.
because it's going to say something's going to happen. Right, it's going to have to make an evasive manoeuvre or crash.
Yeah.
Now, if the only evasive manoeuvre it's got is to go onto the footpath
Yeah.
and mow down a bunch of nuns
Mhm.
or school children,
It's going to slam you into the lamppost.
it's going to slam you into that lamppost and kill you.
Yeah.
Because it's going to go, well, 6 lives are better than 1, so kill the 1.
Yeah.
But isn't that a good thing?
No, I don't want to die.
No, if
No,
you're
but
in
you're
the car,
you're saving the life of 6 school children. Or
I
nuns.
couldn't give 2 fucks.
if it's the nuns, you probably want them getting killed, to be fair.
Yeah, my nan gave me a phobia of nuns.
Did she?
How
Yeah.
How did that happen?
She told me they used to steal children. That's why they wore the cassocks.
No wonder you're anti-religion.
They would like get small children and hide them under the cassocks and
Okay.
walk out with them.
I don't think they do that.
But she was close. That's the priests.
Maybe the nuns too.
Maybe.
They're in on it.
Maybe they're the ones who are supplying the priests.
Yeah.
But that's what my
Well,
nan
it's
told
it's
me.
like Jeffrey Epstein. It's always the women that bring them in.
Ah.
Yeah.
You see, he's just following the Catholic formula.
Yeah.
Tried and tested.
Tried and tested.
For 2,000 years.
Tried and tested. Approved. Approved by the Pope.
He was not a pedo.
Probably is.
Well, probably is.
Allegedly. Yeah. So yeah. But the AI pilots, for example.
Yeah.
Well, that's got to be a good thing because air travel is the safest form of travel.
Yeah.
So if you take the human error out of that, that's probably going to work.
Yeah, well, there's already autopilot now, isn't it? So it'll
Yeah.
just the AI will just take control of taking off and landing.
Yeah, well, that's all the
yeah,
pilot's
it's just-
there for,
yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, so his job's already obsolete pretty much.
Yeah, it'd be
now.
cool though, wouldn't it, be a pilot?
Yeah. It
You know,
would be.
swanning around all those air hostesses with
Yeah.
a little peaked cap.
But most of the time, he's just sat there reading the newspaper, isn't he? He's
Yeah,
not
or
really doing
asleep.
anything. Yeah.
He's, oh, time to land, is it?
Yeah.
Hang on.
Let's wake up.
I'll have a coffee.
He's going to be awful pissed when the robots take over that job.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're not going to get suicidal robots, hopefully.
Oh,
Not
that's a
gonna crash
valid
into
point.
mountains.
Yeah, that is a valid point. Because I mean, there's been a few pilot
Yeah.
suicides in the last
Yeah.
10 years.
Yeah. There was that one guy that got divorced, didn't he? Or his wife cheated on him and he just crashed the plane and killed loads of people.
Yeah, crashed it into a mountain.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you know, the missing Malaysian flight.
Yeah.
That could be
Mm.
quite conceivably pilot suicide too.
Yeah.
We'll never find out.
Or aliens.
Well, obviously aliens.
I think aliens.
Thank you for once
Yeah.
someone agrees with me.
Well, is that what you think?
Well, I always think everything's aliens.
Yeah, it's got to be aliens.
Of course, it's
Gotta be.
aliens.
Got to be.
You know, and then you got your train drivers, your bus drivers, sound the same as a car, except you'll probably take priority because there's more people on the bus.
This is all good in theory, like making everything like more sort of safe and environmentally friendly, but a lot of people losing their jobs.
This
a lot
is
of
true.
people, bus
Yeah.
drivers losing their jobs, taxi drivers
Yeah,
losing their
you
jobs.
wouldn't actually need a bus or a taxi anymore, so
well,
that's
you
it,
would.
innit?
Well, you would need it.
You would
need
need
a
it, but
driver.
yeah,
yeah,
you
there will
would
be a driver. Yeah.
Because I've seen this sort of futuristic bus designs, and they are literally automated, and they come up on stilts so they can go over cars.
Fuck.
No way.
They're like round shaped, and they come up over the cars, and then they come back down again. Imagine if that malfunctions, just crushes a car, just a family of four
Yeah.
underneath. There's going to be a lot of testing going on with that.
Mate, that's going to be fucking jam squirting out the
Yeah.
car windows.
Well, in order to get all of your people as quickly as possible, they literally raise up and they don't come down, so they come to pick people up or drop people off.
It's quite ingenious, that.
Yeah.
It's clever, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
But yeah, a lot of people losing their jobs.
a lot of people. Well,
Like
then again,
truck drivers as well.
well, lorry drivers,
Yeah.
you know, that'll all be automated. And it'll get there on time because the AI is controlling the road system,
Yeah.
the traffic network.
Yeah,
But if you give everyone a basic income, then the job losses aren't so bad.
that's true.
That's true. Bring on the furlough.
There are ways around
Definitely.
Yeah, there are ways around it. I mean, but then you've got to change the fabric of society.
it.
Yeah.
You know, because you go, okay, then we're going to Star Trek land. We're going to have a resource-based economy, and it's going to be space
Well, that's the
communism.
problem, isn't it? It's whether or not we can develop as a society quicker than sort of the technology that's put out there.
It's not going well so far,
No,
though, is
No,
it?
we've never done that.
No.
Because if you, like you said, having the income for everyone's great, but it's whether or not they're prepared to do that. They're just like, here's the technology, you've got no job now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's usually what happens, isn't it?
Well,
Somebody's
yeah.
job gets replaced, and then they
That's
have
it.
no job, and then they're just sat
The
home.
owner brings in a robot. You know,
Yeah.
it's going to save him money. The employee's gone. He's
Yeah.
left.
You just need
destitute.
someone
Yeah.
coming in there 2-3 times a
Yeah.
year to do maintenance on that
Yeah.
robot. It's a lot cheaper. And then
course.
that guy's just like spent 20 years of his life being super skilled at his job that's no longer required. So he's like, what do I do now?
Another way
Might
of
as well
doing
kill
it.
myself.
Yeah.
Another
Crash
way.
into a mountain.
Become a pilot, crash into a mountain. Or you just like go out with an axe and start hacking apart every bit of AI you can see until you're brought down by the still human police.
Oh, well, you wouldn't probably need police though, would you?
Well, no, but
'Cause you could just
someone's
have-
going to go crazy eventually.
You
Let's
could
move
have-
on. Let's
you
move
could
on
have
to
AI
police
drones.
robots.
You could have AI drones. They just fly about. And if you commit,
Oh,
if
like
you commit,
if they live.
Yeah, and if they commit a crime, it just zaps them with some sort of shocker. Literally just shoots down like
That's a
something.
nightmare.
Yeah.
You commit a crime, you're robbing a bank, you run out, this drone just flies by, because obviously they're like watching us at this point, and they just shoot something with a bunch of sort of electricity, just shocks you, and then
Yeah.
someone comes and picks you up. Don't even need police really
Yeah.
then, do you? You just
No.
need someone to pick you up
Yeah.
and cart you off to jail.
That's automated, self-driving.
Yeah.
Two big hands come out of the side of the van and pick you up and
Or-
withdraw you back in.
Or the guy gets out of the van, throws him in the van, and then the van just drives off. He's like, "Wait for me! I need to throw him the other side. I threw him on. I need to throw him off."
That's my job, damn it. It's the only job
Well, the
I've
van
got.
could just lower down. They could just reverse and scoop him up.
Oh
and then-
yeah, shit. It could just be a bulldozer blade at the front and they just
Yeah.
scoop him up. and carry him to the.
Could
Got
you
about
imagine?
50 unconscious people in the bulldozer.
Could you imagine that though? You're in the police for like 30 years, and they're like, "What's your job?" You're like, "Oh, I just scoop criminals up now and throw them in a van."
I prod them with a stick so the bulldozer blade can lift them up. I get a shovel under their back. Just ease
Like
them
a
up a bit,
snow-
like
like
it's
a
like
snow
you're shoveling
shovel.
snow to get them onto the into the massive bulldozer blade that's.
It's a job.
You think you've
And you
got
get
a
a free
crappy
stick.
job, and you get a free stick.
Imagine how strong you'd be though, just
Oh, yeah.
throwing those bodies
Oh,
onto that van.
Fuck yeah. But then, because you've got police robots on the Ed 209, which you wouldn't want,
No.
you know, because if you're like, okay, I'm stopping what I'm doing, Officer Ed 209,
Yeah.
I'm getting on my knees. You have 20 seconds to comply. I am on my knees, my hands are in the air.
Yeah.
10 seconds. What? Can't you fucking see me or what? Bang.
Yeah.
Repeated Gatling gun blasts to the chest and the
Yeah.
head. That's not a future I want either.
Well, hopefully they use non-fatal things first, so it's like something to knock you out. Or
Well, let's hope so.
Or incapacitate you. Like,
Well, if it just-
like something to stun you, or something just to knock you out.
What if all the Ed 209s go insane, take the criminals' faces, and end up wearing them as some kind of tunic made out of criminals' faces?
Well, that's
and they're
obviously
patrolling
gonna
the
happen.
streets.
That's obviously going to happen, isn't it? At some point.
Of course it is. You know, I don't want that.
Any
No
so-
one wants that.
No, no one wants that. Any society where we kind of have robots en masse, like to control what we do and help
And
our
wear our skins as a
help our
tunic.
help our lives become easier. Eventually, they're going to kill us. If there's more of them than there are us, the robot uprising isn't going to go well for us.
No.
Terminator has taught us that.
Yeah. They can replicate a lot faster than
Yeah.
we can.
Yeah.
It takes like what 20 or 30 humans to take down one of the Terminator robots.
Unless you're Kyle Reese.
And that's yeah. Are you?
Maybe.
You're like I might be.
I'm John Connor.
It is-
I'm the leader of the future assistance. Mum always told me
Yeah.
that I'd be good at something.
Yeah.
Right? Turns out it's leading the human resistance against the machines. This is something I make reference to often
I think it
on
might-
Cutting to the Ball.
It could be just pushing fat people with a stick back into the.
That could be your that could be your calling.
Yeah, maybe
You
it
don't
is.
know yet. The job doesn't exist yet, but when it does,
Yeah.
yeah. But you'd be like by then you're gonna be like in your 50s.
Yeah, I mean, wise with experience.
Hench.
Have a cool scar,
Yeah.
you know, coming down my face. Like, yeah, let's
Yeah.
kick these robotic asses. Be awesome.
Could be.
Right, should we move on?
Yeah.
Yeah, please. Your fantasies about becoming humankind's saviour again.
Yeah.
What about politics?
What's happening now?
Is it?
Yeah, there is a Japanese candidate for office that is an AI.
Oh wow. I didn't know that.
That's
Yeah.
dangerous as fuck.
How's that going?
Well, I don't know, to be honest.
The
but- I'm not really
Japanese will
into
vote
Japanese
one in. No,
politics, but
no
I'm
offence
sure-
to any Japanese listeners, but they do love their tech.
They do.
Oh yeah.
And if they put tentacles on that fucker, he's got every vote.
You see, it wasn't offensive till you said the tentacles.
Well, they like a tentacle, from what I'm led to believe.
Yeah.
You know, anime.
How do you know that?
It's in your anime.
It's in mine. None of mine has tentacles in it, buddy. I don't know where you're seeing that from.
It's on your hard drive.
Okay.
Maybe it got on there by accident, eh?
By accident, air quotes.
Yeah. Yeah.
You were like just scrolling through. Where can I find those tentacles?
Yeah. An anal ass blasters tentacle edition.
Did you?
Yeah. 3.
3. There's 3 of them.
I think there's more.
Is there?
Left it open for a sequel.
There's like
Anyway.
12 of them. It's like a 12-part series.
It's like Lord of the fucking Rings, mate.
Yeah, I don't think the Japanese are that bad, surely.
Well, either way, politics.
Yeah.
So an AI.
An AI
President.
politician, AI president. Well, that's just like
the
handing the
world.
control, isn't it?
But they would be better with politics.
If they
Because
don't
their
become
emotions-
self-aware.
yeah, their
If they
emotions wouldn't
stop
get in
looking
the
at the internet. All right, I'll go for this.
Mhm.
Chloe's sneezing. It's adorable yet noisy.
Yeah.
I'll give them a political thing
Yeah.
if they're not connected to the internet.
Yeah.
That seems fair. if they are just an AI built to think logically and rationally
Yeah.
and make decisions based on for the common good of
Yeah.
everybody else, then I'm great with it. The second they're connected to the internet, we'll end up in a fascist dictatorship.
Definitely.
Yeah. It's like that fascist bot on Twitter.
Exactly.
Well, they are going to make better leaders because they haven't got emotions to send them, like, and pride, so they don't get like angry like say Trump does whenever his pride is hurt. He goes on like a mental rant on Twitter, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So they're not going to be doing that. You're not going to be seeing the AI go on Twitter ranting. But yeah, if they're in control of the governments, it's not long before they're in control of the military, are they?
Well,
And
that's, they would control
Yeah.
it. It would
Yeah.
make more sense just to hand over
yeah,
control of the missile system and the defense system to
Yeah.
them. Whether you
That's
need.
Skynet, innit?
yeah, basically.
And there we go. And this is where it all comes back.
It always comes back to total annihilation of the human race. doesn't
Yeah.
it? Always comes back to that.
Yeah. What about stuff that's like good for us though? You know, I mean, something where they can't go wrong and want to kill us all. I would like social and mental counselling, being a grief counsellor. You don't talk to an AI; it learns your personality, your mannerisms, tone of voice to know if you're lying to it or not.
Yeah.
You know, basically gives you a
Lying would be good for like criminals and stuff.
That's a thought. Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell if you're lying without a doubt.
It's
and
an
be like,
on-the-spot
he did
polygraph.
it. Yeah, he definitely did it.
Yeah, boys, but
Yeah.
boy, you
Yeah,
are
but-
lying to me.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, I'm not.
If it knows everything about you, it's going to predict your habits. It's
Yeah.
going to predict what you're going to say, perhaps even.
Yeah, but the future's not set, Mike.
Could be.
Yeah, could be.
It's only probability.
We could be living in a simulation that is set.
Oh god, don't start showing off on
The
that.
simulation theory. We will do a podcast on that. Mike should come along and do that because I think there's some merit in that.
Oh fuck yeah!
Yeah.
Well, maybe,
None of us are real.
but I want to be real.
You're the least real out of everyone.
What?
They made a simulation and then they made a simulation of the simulation. That's you.
That does explain a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone around me seems to fucking die or try and kill themselves or
Yeah.
stab their mom.
You're the virus in the simulation.
I'm Agent Smith.
Yeah, you're Agent Smith.
That's pretty,
So you went from being the hero of mankind
Yeah.
to the destroyer of
Yeah.
mankind in like 10 seconds.
pretty sweet though.
But yeah, it's like emotional sort of assistance and grief counselling probably would be a useful sort of thing for AI, but it takes away a bit of that personal sort of connection, human to human connection,
Does.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
But it's not a bad substitute. It's better than nothing.
Yeah, that's
There's a lot
true.
of lonely old people.
Very true.
Yeah.
You know, they could
Yeah.
have companions.
Give them a little robot.
Yeah, maybe their
Let's
wife
chat
or
with them.
husband's passed away.
Yeah.
It gives them. You could even kind of, I don't know if it's creepy or not, but give them an AI robot that looks like their partner. that
No,
died.
that's creepy.
Is that creepy?
That's creepy.
But just someone to talk to and grow old with.
Yeah,
and
but what,
then-
it's gonna send them senile, mate.
Would it though?
Well, yeah, because they're like, well, you know, old Nora, she's dead,
Yeah.
and then you rock up with a robot that looks like Nora, that's got all her mannerisms and,
Yeah, but we
and
would.
voiced and knows what to do in bed because it's probably a sex robot too. Let's face it.
Yeah, but
old
what-
people have sex too, so you know,
That's
it's gonna.
when Gazel attest to, when he.
Oh, I already don't want to know that story.
He's an equal opportunity shagger.
Oh, okay.
He likes wanking off old men as well.
Apparently, yeah.
Apparently.
That's common knowledge now, apparently.
He said that on a podcast must be true.
Must be true. Oh.
Oh, I've lost my train of thought completely.
Wanking off old men.
Wanking up
No,
on
you-
men before that.
You said it would be creepy if you.
Yeah, we could. So old George comes and sits down next to robot sex
Yeah.
doll Nora, who's got all her mannerisms,
Yeah.
all the memories, everything. It's gonna freak him out, innit?
No, because
then there's no
no,
death.
no, because you're thinking about that based on now.
Yeah.
If we gave that to people now, this is talking like when we've grown, like me and you, we've grown old.
I don't
with
want a
that
robot
technology.
sex doll of my ex-wife. I want a robot sex doll that looks like the hottest bitch on the planet at the time.
Well, yeah, you might, but some people might want their wives
It's
back.
sentimentality,
Yeah.
isn't it? You could literally, if we're at that point where we can create robots that have their mannerisms and stuff and behaviours,
Yeah.
looks like them, chances are we can even copy their memories. It would basically be a robot clone of them,
You
wouldn't
can
it?
still have your sex doll.
Yeah,
you
you-
just turn her off. You turn your wife
Put her
off.
on charge.
Yeah, you horny freak. Just turn your robot wife to the wall so she doesn't see what you're up
I
to.
also want
bang
the-
your Swedish model robot.
I also
and
want the charging cable to be like anal.
Aw.
Is that wrong?
That is very wrong. That's
No.
more wrong than what I proposed by
No.
a far margin.
We've got onto sex robots and we're meant to be talking about mental counselling.
Well, yeah.
So we might as well just stick on sex robots.
You always find a way to bring it back to the sex robots.
It's going to be a thing. It is a thing.
It is a
will
thing
be.
already. Last year we read the article earlier. I mean, alright, the body's fairly inanimate, but I presume posable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The head is the one that it's got all the cameras in the eyes, so it knows what you do. You can get them with touch-sensitive skin, so you touch them and they react.
Hmm.
I mean, they're going to talk sweet nothings to you. They can even argue with you.
Oh, I don't want that shit.
I heard.
Yeah,
That's
pretty-
I'm not having a living girlfriend.
That's pretty like, you just flick the switch to
Yeah.
like from bitch to normal.
Yeah.
Oh, here's your problem. It was set on bitch.
Yeah,
I did-
he wouldn't want one.
That's true.
Yeah.
You wouldn't
You know
get
what I
any of the
mean? Soon as-
complaints, would you?
As soon as one becomes half realistic,
People are going to buy it
Yeah.
in mass. People are buying it now.
I'm holding out to the Westworld models out.
Yeah, yeah. So would
Oh.
I. But people are buying them now,
Yeah.
aren't they? Well, I
And it's men and women. Let's just come off as chauvinist pigs.
Yeah.
Let's say that we are like, you know, we're having a laugh, but we're
You're
utterly-
the chauvinist pig.
I'm not
We're
a
not.
chauvinist pig.
We're
I'm-
not. We were like, yeah, dead wife. You were like Swedish sex model.
I'm
Straight away.
He's got a
89
point.
years old at this point. I don't want an 89-year-old to fuck. I want like a 20-year-old Swedish model.
We weren't thinking about fucking. We were thinking about just someone to reminisce with, talk
I'm
with.
gonna want to fuck at some point. Look,
Oh,
you
you
know,
were 89.
Viagra. You know, maybe
Yeah.
there's like some kind of prosthetic penis going around at this point.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Go like a pump.
I read this article,
Yeah.
slight divergence, about a
Yeah.
man who lost his penis.
Yeah.
And he's having one grown surgically on his left
Yeah,
arm.
I saw that on Facebook as well.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And eventually it'll go on, so it'll look normal, it'll pee normal, and it'll be a little pump inside to get him erect, because obviously they can't
Simulate that.
simulate all
Yeah.
that. But there'll basically
Yet.
be a little pump.
Yeah.
So he just sort of pumps himself up,
Yeah.
off he goes.
I've heard that.
If I'm 89, that might be on the NHS.
I could do one of them.
Why, Mike, are you impotent
I'll
now?
replace my cock. That's in another dimension.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, the multiverse penis. Yeah. Well, yeah, that you should have a word. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm sure he got it like grafted off from like his left buttock.
Yeah, I don't want it on my arm. I've been on his cock arm for a few months.
Well, you'll have to wear a long sleeve shirt
Yeah.
for a while. It's going to take 2 to 5 years to grow, apparently.
That wouldn't cover though if you wore a shirt. People would
A
see
baggy
that.
shirt.
It would have to be incredibly baggy.
Well, for me, it would
Unless
be
you've
because
gone-
it'd be longer than my arm.
They'd be like, "What's that giant bulge on your forearm?"
Unless you've gone for the Trump model. Like the penis.
The mushroom look.
Yeah.
So, oh, we can.
They'd be like, "You've got a wart on your arm." You're like, "That's not a wart. That's my new penis."
But hey, guess how big it can pump?
Yeah.
It's a grower, not a shower.
Fucking 18-incher.
Yeah. I'm just going to be a porn star. Look at this.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, stop. I've got a puncture.
My pump's broke. Or the pump was like the same pump for a pair of Reebok Air from the 90s where you pump the
Yeah.
I
tongue.
wonder, I
Let's get one
wonder
of
if you could blow it up,
Ah,
because that could be a good way
that
of
could
getting
be a great way,
Yeah.
couldn't it?
Oh,
There's
no.
an air valve with
Yeah.
a tip.
Oh, no.
Oh.
the pump broke. We're gonna have to do it manually.
I love it.
Yeah,
That's a great idea.
Uh,
Build it in.
build it in.
Copyright it.
Yeah.
Trademark us.
Right, where were we?
We were talking about sex robots. But I think we can probably cross that off the list now.
Yeah.
Okay then. Call centres or Google Assistant. So
Yeah, you were talking about this earlier.
Google Assistant is fucking phenomenal. I've seen the videos.
Yeah.
It's literally just an AI that you tell it, you type in, so you ring the hairdressers,
Yeah.
book me an appointment for 11 o'clock on Thursday just for a simple haircut, just
Yeah.
for a trim. And they're ringing up, oh yeah, oh, is it just a simple trim? Yes it is. Oh, we can do 11. Oh yeah, 11's fine.
it sounds like normal speech.
Yeah, it just sounds like
The same
normal
rhythms.
speech, same
Okay,
rhythms,
normal
even the
conversation.
ums, the ahs,
Yeah.
the like the contemplation second.
Yeah.
It's just you can't tell the difference.
That's
And
crazy.
it even copes with. They do a thing when they call a Chinese restaurant, and bless her, the girl on the phone doesn't speak amazing English,
Hmm.
but this thing still manages to work out that Okay, it's
You don't
okay.
need to book.
It's okay on a Wednesday to just turn up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, rather than booking a table.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, okay, thank you very much." And it's just, it's incredible. It is completely intuitive.
That is pretty amazing.
That'll be soon.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. It's,
So there's all the PAs gone from their jobs.
yeah, you don't need call centres anymore
No.
either,
No,
do you?
that's
You
it.
can, you can completely eventually. Well, they do that already, don't they?
Yeah.
You call up, they're like, which department would you like to
speak,
talk
don't
to?
you? Yeah.
Yeah, but eventually they'll be able to handle all of your queries, won't they?
Yeah, of course they will.
How do we know we're not speaking to them already?
Yeah,
Mm.
could be.
You never know, do you?
I don't
It's
know
not
because
some-
I never get through to them because I'm on hold for like 3
Ah.
hours, so I wouldn't know. You never get to speak to anyone.
But with an AI, there'd be infinite as much as you got the processing power. There'd be infinite operators.
So you'd never
Yeah,
get
which
put on
You'd
hold.
never get put on hold.
So right now, if they are doing it, it's just a power play.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They're like, we're gonna make you eat, bitch.
Put it on for 30 minutes so you pay more.
yeah.
The AI
that's it. Someone's got to pay for this AI.
AI. The AI are already trying to break us by making us wait.
Oh, it's all part of the diabolical plan.
Psychological torture.
Oh man.
That's why they play the really awful music.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh god, it's all coming together. This is the rise of the machines.
You're waiting and you're like, oh, fucking hell, jazz. And they put more jazz on. You're like, no.
This isn't my algorithm.
Yeah.
Can't I log into Spotify from here?
Yeah.
And then they're
But
going to
soon it will.
What?
Well, it will, won't it? It'll all be, everything will be open.
Yeah.
So you'll ring up the call centre, and let's say that you do have to go on hold, or something, some kind of transfer happens. It'll just log into your Spotify account and carry on from where you were listening from.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
It would be. Everything's linked.
Exactly.
Or will
which
be.
takes us on to the
So you
Internet
would
of
walk
Things.
into a store, music was playing. It might choose music which everybody likes in that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That'd be awesome, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But then we need some sort of device then, don't they? So that when you walk in, they know what everyone's preferences are. So like a chip or something, because they're talking about putting chips in like your wrist or in the back of your neck, aren't they?
Mark of the Beast.
Yeah. Elon Musk keeps talking about that, doesn't he? He's like, let's put chips in people.
Yeah, but
And
you
then
gotta
you just,
wonder.
you'd scan them when they walk in, then you'd know everything about them,
Yeah.
and you'd be able to play music to their taste, like he's just said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The danger is they can turn your chips off.
Yeah, and you just die.
Like in China now, they got that social sort of networking thing, haven't they?
Yes, yeah.
What's it called?
I don't know, basically.
Sort of grading, isn't it?
Yeah, you get graded on your internet use. So if you're a good internet user and you just use it for research and booking hotels and restaurants and buying things,
Yeah.
you get a better social score.
Oh, okay.
If you use it for watching porn, the score goes down.
Oh no.
So they'll be like, oh man, this guy's jerking 4 times a day.
Yeah.
Take your social score down, means you can't get a job, means you
Wow.
can't get a house.
Yeah.
Because you,
That's shit.
yeah.
Fucking madness,
Yeah,
isn't
it
it?
is.
Yeah, I mean, it eliminates you from certain options in society.
Most people.
That's thought police.
Yeah.
Most people in this country just wouldn't have a job then,
No, that's true.
especially during lockdown.
Have you seen the latest Westworld series?
I have not.
Well, that's an AI that controls the world.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And it predicts their future.
Hmm.
So if someone they predict they got no future, like there's a 70% chance they're going to commit suicide. They don't put any resources into them or anything. They just leave them to
Wow.
rot, basically.
So they're more likely to
Yeah.
commit suicide then, though.
I know.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
the yeah.
But it's decided they're a useless mouth to feed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. That's
It
crazy.
only concentrates on promoting the people they think's going to
Succeed.
do well. Yeah.
For
Well,
society.
that's
Wow.
dark.
It's dark in it.
A lot of people would just be left behind, wouldn't they?
Yeah, of course it would.
Wow.
Okay.
Ultimate fascist state.
Yeah.
What
Well,
about
it'd be really good if you were going to be successful. Crap for everyone else.
Well, yeah.
yeah? What about medicine? Medical robots,
I do
smart
that now.
toilets, AI
Yeah.
surgeons. I know you're a fan of the smart toilet.
Oh
Mike.
yeah. I want to take a dump and I want it to tell me if I'm going to die.
Well, you are going to die eventually.
Well, yeah, but it's like, you know, instant you get bowel cancer, you know, it'll say, good morning, Michael. You've got bowel cancer.
It's quite severe. It's fast acting, and you've got 3 weeks.
Have a great day.
Have a great day. Get your affairs in order.
That's it.
And you're just like, this is a shit day.
Or there's like a 44% chance you're going to have a heart attack today.
Oh, I thought the chances pretty fucking high though, Mike.
That's what I mean. So you're going to go to a doctor.
Yeah, but wouldn't it literally be like when it said that it would just spike up to 70? It would be like,
Now it's 70%. 75.
I'm gonna die in the toilet like I've always figured.
Oh, 100%. That's the danger.
It's the Elvis scenario, isn't it? You just don't want it.
You don't want to die at stool.
No. No, you don't. No. But I do like the idea of an AI surgeon because
Yeah.
they will never make a mistake.
yeah,
I mean, every surgeon, no matter how skilled, can fuck up.
Yeah.
That may not relate to your death, but it might make complications for later. It might, they might accidentally cut a nerve,
Yeah.
bunching of nerves in your hand by accident. Therefore, you've got only partial use of it.
yeah,
It might save your life, but you're left with a bit of a claw for a hand.
yeah.
You don't want that.
I quite like the idea of just being able to walk into a doctor's and just getting a scan and it being able to tell you exactly what's wrong with you,
Yeah.
rather than you having to sit there for like an hour, wait for a doctor and be like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't know, we're gonna have to send you off for an X-ray.
Yeah.
And then you have to go to the hospital and then get an X-ray. They scan you like, oh yeah, you broke your arm. That's
Yeah, but
it.
you know if you broke your arm.
Yeah, but it
I mean,
can
if
just-
you bone poking through your skin in some cases.
Some cases.
Wonder what's up with my arm. The bones never come out before.
some cases you might not.
Yeah,
No, it's
They
true.
People miss a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they're only human. They're flawed.
That's it. Now we've got an AI that isn't flawed.
Mm.
Get the full body scan going. Oh, so you are a priority case. You have cancer. Oh, great.
They just step into the next booth. Just goes, you no longer have cancer.
That'd be nice.
That would be useful.
Yeah. Let's
One
hope-
day maybe.
Yeah. Make all those £3 a month go to cancer research people seem justified, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah.
It would.
Then 3 years later you'd have super cancer because that machine gave you like a super cancer.
Fuck yeah.
That we've never heard of before. You have super cancer.
And everybody has it
Yeah.
because everybody has been scanned by this
It
thing.
was the AI's plan all along.
Yeah, multiple times. Oh, so that song, "The Humans Are Dead," is it? Flight of the Conchords.
Yeah. The humans are dead.
That's it. Yeah, it's worth listening to. Check it out. Okay, what about creating stuff, scientific breakthroughs?
Yeah.
Because maybe the machine would like create some kind of, I don't know, like standard template construction that's hardy as fuck, really simple to build, and would enable us to go across the stars.
Yeah.
And everyone would use the same technology. You have these machines that improve on themselves.
Yeah.
So like
Spider silk.
spider silk.
That's
Yeah.
meant to be one of the hardest, toughest
Yeah.
things known to.
Well, I mentioned to Mike just before we started that some things can't be explained in the universe right now. And if you made something that was intelligent enough to work it out for you, because we are at the point where we are intelligent enough to make things that can do things we can't do.
Yeah.
So there's nothing saying eventually we can't make something
Yeah.
that can work out things we can't work out. So
We don't know what dark energy is or dark matter.
So we could build an AI intelligent enough to solve all of that.
Yeah, there you go.
And then that's it. Once we've
Yeah.
done that, massive science jumps,
Oh,
technology jumps.
Yeah.
Because we wouldn't need to build anything anymore. Because we'd have robots to think it and robots to invent it, to build it.
So what are we doing at this point then?
We're sat on the beach just chilling.
Yeah.
Well, our lives
Yeah.
get better and better, and we live longer and longer.
You've probably never seen Wall-E because it's a kids' film, but basically they're
I've
all...
seen Wall-E.
Have you really?
Yeah, bits
love
of
it.
it.
Have you seen where? Have you
love
seen
it.
it? Have you seen where they're like really fat and they're
Yeah.
like, that'd be us. That'd be us.
Yeah.
We're just
Floating
sat-
on hover chairs.
Yeah, yeah, that's us. Well, the robots do everything, but we live in a utopia, and no one cares.
it doesn't have to be us because there'll be people like you who like to work out, and people like rock climbing. People, they can pursue whatever they want.
That's true. Yeah, you could do that, but the large majority,
Large
of people
majority
would be
would be,
fat on
yeah.
those hover
Yeah,
chairs.
but because
About 80 or 90% of us would be like
let's
that.
face it.
yeah,
Yeah.
but the thing is, there's no danger in it because everything can be cured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the minute it goes, oh, you're morbidly obese, your cholesterol's to the roof, your blood pressure, just go,
Yeah.
burp, scan you.
Yeah.
Now you're fine.
It's like Mike said, we start being the sort of next level in our sort of civilization. We can control the world. We can eventually maybe even control space, control over planets.
Yeah.
So we would expand like really quickly then.
We're about
yeah.
0.73, did you say?
Yeah, it's something like that,
On
isn't
the
it?
Kardashev scale.
Yeah,
Once
so-
we hit 1, we're a Type 1 civilization and we have
Yeah.
to harness the energy of the planet.
Yeah.
Type 2 is the galaxy. Type 3 is cluster, galaxy clusters, isn't it?
Yeah.
And Type 4 is a universe.
Yeah, and then 5 they basically say would be
Multiverse.
gods. They could
Yeah.
literally mess with the fabric of the universe.
Oh, like Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah, basically, but there would be a race of them.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, you
Well, you're looking at one right here, guys.
They would basically they'd look at us like we were less than ants.
Did you ever watch a series called Sliders?
No.
It was quite old now, in the 90s.
I've seen it.
But it's about people that slide from multiverse to different multiverse.
Oh, okay, that's
like-
cool.
And there's a race of aliens in that
Yeah.
that are trying to harness all these different universes and come into contact with them. Yeah,
Oh, that's really cool. Really, really cool.
it's a good show, man.
It was
Yeah.
alright, to be fair. There was an
I think it
episode
started
where.
well and went a bit downhill.
Yeah, it went on for quite a
The
bit.
first 2 or 3 series are good, yeah.
It's an interesting theory, though. If there is a race out there that are basically like deity level, and they can just do whatever they want, and
Yeah.
they just choose not to. They just choose to observe. Well, as far as we know, they choose not to because they've not affected us. But again, we'd be like less than ants, so
Well,
they
we-
probably wouldn't.
We wouldn't even know if they had.
Yeah, they'd just change shit.
Yeah,
We just wouldn't know.
that's it. It's the ultimate arrogance.
Yeah.
Bastards.
They would explain that sort of theory you made up the other day, where it was the Looney Tunes thing.
Oh, the Mandela effect.
Yeah.
No, that's not a theory I made up. It's you know,
Yeah.
we spoke briefly. I had this theory the Large Hadron Collider ruined everything.
Yes, I've heard
Yeah.
it, yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Although also since it's
Maybe it
all
was-
gone
maybe it wasn't
downhill
that.
since that free kick went in the 4th minute for England. It's all gone downhill since
Yeah.
then.
Yeah, but maybe it wasn't. Maybe it's a Type 4 or Type 5
Yeah,
Yeah.
race that's just messing with lower level races just for fun.
I know, but they cost us a World
Type
Cup.
1, Type 1s or lower.
But they cost us a World Cup.
Yeah.
So when they see them, punch them square in the balls.
They'll probably just go, and you'll just be erased.
Fine,
They
but-
should like that.
I will go down
They just
swinging.
Thanos. They just went Thanos and went like that.
Oh wow.
And you just turn to dust and you're like, I wish I drank more beer.
It's Zeppelin rule. Okay, so what about weather prediction and eventually control of the weather? Because
Yeah.
an AI would might not make mistakes with storm warnings.
Yeah.
That leads us on then to an AI will predict
Natural disasters.
earthquake patterns,
Yeah.
tsunamis, tornadoes to
Yeah.
within 100% of accuracy.
And it's like Mike said, at that point we're Type 1 because if we can control that, that means less of us will die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Less of us will die. Agriculture would be easier to control because if you need it to rain, make
Yeah,
it rain.
That's it. We
Yeah.
don't understand the weather patterns, they're too complex.
Yeah.
AI could.
Yeah.
And if you can understand it, you can control it.
Yeah.
Oh God, this is a scary future.
Yeah. Because we all know that it all leads to the robots just getting rid of us
Yeah.
eventually.
That'll be acid rain coming down
Yeah.
eventually.
Because at what point do they go, well, this is great, they're thriving, but they keep doing shit to piss us off, so we keep having to
Yeah.
refix it. So
Yeah.
the best way to make this planet to thrive is just to get rid of them. And pick
That's-
another
that's-
species
yeah.
to help evolve
Yeah.
quicker. So it gets rid of us and it picks another species and gets that to evolve
Or maybe it
instead.
decides it doesn't want conscious, like intelligent beings.
Yeah,
It just wants to live with the animals.
Yeah.
Peace.
I hope they try to evolve penguins.
that would be pretty cool because you'd have like robot hippies, wouldn't you?
Yeah, yeah.
You'd just be like, I'm one with the animals.
Yeah.
It just accidentally crushes the bird. Oh no, it's fine. I can bring it back from the dead.
He's got like a little bandana on that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
tie dye.
Yeah.
Sitting in a weed field.
Yeah. Oh, stoner robots, that's what I want to see.
Yeah, well, they could just create. If they're a robot, they could probably create lungs for themselves, so they
Yeah.
could probably get high. It's just literally robot hippies.
Yeah.
So they went through this awful war where they completely obliterated us. Our skulls still litter the planet.
Oh,
and they're
yeah.
just there chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just like high with these
I'd
animals.
be like a Bender with the electricity jacking in.
Yeah.
That was
Some
called
Futurama,
Jackie
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because think of it. All those human corpses would make everything grow so much greener and
Yeah,
better.
oh yeah, they
all that
recycle us.
fertilizer.
Yeah.
They'd recycle every
Like, the
part,
earth would be
wouldn't
a paradise.
they? It would be. You team Thanos yet?
No.
No?
No, not Team Thanos.
I'll get you eventually.
No one has the power to arbitrarily exterminate 50% of all life in the galaxy on the snap of their fingers. Shouldn't be allowed.
Maybe it should. You just said paradise. The machines, they make a paradise.
Yeah, after we're gone, but I remember the human race, and I quite like being alive.
Yeah, but you might be gone before then anyway.
Well, if I am, I couldn't give two shits.
You might have died. You might have died on the toilet by then.
No, I'm not dying on the
From a
toilet.
heart attack.
I am not dying on the toilet.
Yeah.
Mike's just like, he went how he wanted to go.
Yeah.
No, that's not how I want to go at all.
No, that's how Mike wants you to go.
Like, just don't mention it at the funeral, alright? Unless I'm frozen with rigor mortis into a squatting on the seat, on the bog position, like straining hard, and they can't move my body out of the rigor mortis.
So he's just
It's
there.
going to be an unusual shaped coffin. They're probably going to put me on a toilet coffin.
It's just an open casket. You're
Yeah,
just there like...
yeah. I'm facing them, sat on a wooden toilet that you can close the door on.
The solid turtle poking.
Solid gold turtle
Yeah.
poking. Whoever can snatch the turtle head from my anus receives my inheritance. The god, all my wealth melted into the golden turtle head.
Oh.
Oh, fuck me.
What?
It's not like you can say to that, is it?
No. And no one went to his funeral.
I've not even had a chance to pluck the golden turtle head from betwixt my cheeks and take all my wealth.
You couldn't pay me 10 times what that golden nugget would be worth to do that.
What if it's actually like sort of 4 foot long? It's just been pushed up inside me. Just the tip showing.
Yeah.
No one knows how much
Just-
wealth there is there.
How are you taking 4 foot long so there's just the tip left?
Well, it's pretty about. Right, 3
You
foot
take your
maybe.
guts out, don't
Yeah,
they?
take me guts out,
Yeah.
take me organs out.
You had experience, have you?
What, an impaling
Taking
people?
something that's 4 foot long?
Well, no, that'd be impossible.
Clearly not for you.
Although I have impaled somebody before on a stake, but
Oh,
that's a
okay.
different story, different time. I was a different person back then. Alright, what about journalism? In AI journalism would surely always tell the truth, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It would be reporting on what's currently happening
It
anywhere.
wouldn't be biased.
It would be searching
Yeah.
Twitter feeds, Facebook live feeds for important events,
Well, maybe it would.
collating all the videos from people on the scene, and then reporting it in
I'd
a...
have cameras everywhere to see everything.
Oh yeah.
It might be biased because companies would still own the sort of websites and the news networks that the AIs would be reporting to.
Oh my god, imagine the Fox
Fucking
AI.
hell. Oh, fucking hell.
Exactly.
Oh.
Imagine all the ads.
Oh, fuck yeah. It'd be everywhere. Mind you, I mean, our media, I think it'd be better than our media at the moment.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If the AI wasn't controlled, say
Yeah.
by anything, that's
Corporations.
that's still pretty dangerous then because you've got an untamed AI.
Yeah.
Mm.
Just running wild, telling us what it wants us to know.
But that's if the AI has an agenda.
But what if it has?
Yeah, create a
But
civil war so the humans kill each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point. Unless we can program it to be benevolent, but
Mm.
Yeah, but you saw what happened to that robot who surfed Twitter.
yeah.
What?
It went completely racist and bigoted, basically became a Nazi.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Jeez.
After like a couple of days of going through Twitter posts.
Let's just switch
Yeah.
it off.
It had switched it off.
There was that much
It was
hatred.
just posting like Nazi propaganda, basically.
Is it because there was just that much hatred on Twitter?
Yeah.
Wow. That's depressing.
It certainly
It
This
is.
is
isn't
why
it?
I don't have Twitter.
I don't bother.
I do, but I just moan at people.
You throw more of that hatred out to crush that AI spirit.
I only moan at right wingers.
See, he is trying to save us from the robot uprising.
Told
He's
ya.
crushing all those AI by making them super depressed
Yeah.
with all your hatred.
Crushing all the bots.
Yeah.
I mean, bots, they're a form of AI. They
Yeah,
repeat
they are.
a certain message over and over. They've been very effective. You'd argue in certain elections.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure about the validity of that.
I think that
There's
they've.
no proof.
I think they're definitely a thing.
They're definitely a thing, but how much influence they had, I think it's still minimal.
Well,
I saw
alright.
some of the memes; they were ridiculous.
If they're not being controlled by government or corporations, then it would be good, wouldn't it? Because it could literally take all the news from the world, find the most important things. Because a lot of things don't get reported, do they?
No.
I don't know.
But it could literally, if you've got satellites everywhere, they could literally pluck everything from the internet, from satellites. You could have any news you wanted plucked. It could even literally have an algorithm to kind of give you the news it thinks you'd want to listen to.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, everything is algorithms right now.
Yeah.
That's AI in its basic form.
Yeah, that's why it sells you things on Facebook that's specific to the conversations you have.
Yeah, because it listens to us as well. Let's face it. I mean,
Yeah,
I
of
mentioned Lederhosen once to
Yeah.
cutting through the ball,
Yeah.
and within 2 days, I had an ad to buy Lederhosen from Amazon.
I
And it's
keep
like-
getting.
I mentioned it once.
I
I
keep-
just said
You
Lederhosen.
mentioned it many times now.
Well, I meant,
You're gonna get bombarded with it in a week. So you finally give in, and then the AI's won.
no, I will never buy Lederhosen.
I keep getting Warhammer things advertised to me because you
Really?
keep talking about it all the time. It's like, buy this, buy it. I'm like, I don't want Warhammer stuff.
You do.
It's like, buy the figures. I'm like, no.
Yes, you do. You
Do I?
Yes.
So, yeah. If it's like that, then it would be a really useful tool for humans to have.
Yeah, but at the same time, stop fucking spying on me. I don't like the invasion of privacy this has.
Oh,
Well, that's the way it's going, though, already, isn't it?
of course it is. They got
Well, of
Orwell
course.
in Russian
Well,
schools,
literally-
haven't they?
Oh yeah, Orwell.
Facial
Literally facial
recognition.
recognition,
Yeah.
fucking cameras everywhere.
Yeah, well, there's facial recognition on like phones, like the iPhone.
Of
has
course,
it,
yeah.
doesn't
They did not think that through in a pandemic, by the way.
it? No.
Because you put your mask on, want to pair on your phone because you're going contactless. Oh, facial recognition. Has went to the passcode. Didn't think that one through, did you?
It's like the Alexa. Why don't you want to use the Alexa?
Because it spies on me.
Exactly. We're being spied with everything, every aspect of life.
Yeah.
It's already
but
happening.
I don't. I mean, the Google thing freaks me out. I mean, it's in the kitchen now.
Yeah.
It just starts like you'll be talking about something. Next thing you know, it starts talking back at you.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't want that. It's freaky
There
as
was
fuck.
something in the news a couple of years ago, and I don't know how true it was, but apparently certain TVs, they could turn on the speaker there, and the companies that owned it, and they could
Yeah.
spy on your conversations.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's the ultimate market research, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, oh, what do these guys actually want to happen in this show?
Yeah.
I bet they saw if there was a camera.
They
on
shouldn't
the
have
TV.
some, you know what? Game of Thrones.
Would have been better.
I'd have fucking gone for that.
Mm.
This is fucking shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
Or maybe AI could write a better show.
that's a valid
Well, a
point
better
too.
ending.
Yeah.
Well, AI technically would write a perfect show, wouldn't it? For whatever genre it
Didn't
was.
they- didn't
But
they
that
do
would
that?
immediately.
I thought they already did that. They gave an AI a job to try and write a script, and it was
Dog shit, yeah.
Yeah,
I've
terrible.
I've seen it acted out by
Yeah.
real humans. It makes no sense, to be fair. But
It's because they still don't have
That's
sort
at
of
the moment,
imagination.
yeah.
They don't have imagination yet.
Yeah,
I've
well,
seen we're talking about.
when we get
Yeah.
the singularity,
Ah.
which is our last topic here.
Yeah.
That's a biggie, isn't it? That's
That is.
when AI becomes more intelligent than humans.
Yeah. Which we're getting close to already.
Yeah. Ray Kurzweil says 10 years.
Yeah.
Love throwing that name in just to piss Ben off. He always
Why?
asks who's Ray Kurzweil.
Yeah, who the fuck's Ray Kurzweil?
He's head of Google.
Okay. All right. Well, in that case, he's probably judging by that Google Assistant. I'm guessing he probably knows what he's on about
Yeah.
in that scenario.
I would say we're close, to be fair.
So would I.
Yeah.
At the moment, they're like toddler intelligence.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's exponentially getting more intelligent.
Yeah, it'll
Shit.
get faster,
Moore's
won't it?
law, innit?
Yeah. Well, it's almost like I watched a video a couple of weeks back, and they showed you like this massive sort of machine in this room, and it was huge. It was like the size of this room now, which obviously they can't see it, but
Yeah.
it's a pretty big room. And the machine in it was like an SD card. It's like what we have now.
Yeah.
It's like the size of your fingernail, and it was like, yeah, this was like the first sort of,
Oh, yeah, the computer they made in the Second World War.
yeah. Is that what it was?
Yeah, it's literally the size of a room. It was
Yeah,
it was
it was
designed to calculate artillery.
Yeah, but it had the same
yeah.
it had the same sort of memory as like an SD card.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it was all tape run.
Yeah, it's like, remember the first SD card that came out for your phone that you could slot into your phone?
I always have a superior phone,
It was
Sean.
like
I always have an Apple, so
it
I
was-
don't need an SD
it was
card
like
because of
218.
my inferior phone's Chinese memory.
Yeah,
Apparently, it's slowing down now a bit.
Yeah.
Moore's law, but
but it was like 218 megabytes, and which is, I think, was the same as that machine.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me at all.
what about that? Is it an AI computer? It's been built. Accesses the different universes, doesn't it?
Yes, it draws power from
Yeah.
multiverses.
Really?
Yeah, quantum
Yeah.
computer.
That's it, quantum
It's
computer.
a quantum computer. It literally draws power and information.
And that works.
It's being
Yeah.
tested right now. They seem
Wow.
to think it's going to work. It's
So
literally,
that's how it works. It accesses energy from other multiverses.
Okay, so that will literally prove that multiverses exist then.
I
If
guess if that's
yeah,
that's what they think's happening.
getting its
Yeah.
energy from somewhere. Wow.
and is also able to make calculations like split-second
Yeah.
calculations, like not even a split second, like instant.
Wow.
You know,
So-
it's just that much power to this thing that it can just go. You know, should we do this? Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Well, yeah. Well, you see, when a computer, you say search for a file,
Yeah.
it has to logically go through each sector to find that file.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Whereas this quantum computer basically does it all at once.
Oh wow. That's
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much instantly. It's fucked up.
Wow.
Yeah. That's what
Gonna be
they're
the
at now.
future,
Yeah.
So it
But
was
at the moment, it has to be cool to like minus 200 degrees C.
Yes, because it was just massive. Just set the
You
entire
have to
building
have-
on fire.
You have to have the.
Is that because of how hard it's working?
Yeah.
You have to have, no, because you have to have the qubits at that state
Okay.
frozen
Yeah.
almost to absolute zero
Yeah.
for them to work.
Oh, wow.
Be able to manipulate them.
Oh, okay.
I don't really know how it works. It's
But you're a
Fucking-
science officer. You should know this stuff.
fucking quantum mechanics.
Are you going to
man.
be in physics?
Yeah, GCSE B.
That's more than I've got.
So, what were you referring to earlier then about like it's slowing down, like
That's
technology?
Moore's law, yeah. You know, where it like doubles every 2 years. or
Yeah,
whatever?
yeah.
That's slowing down a bit now.
Oh, it's starting to level
Yeah.
off a bit, is it?
It's like
Right.
no longer double every 2 years, like
Yeah.
1.8 or something.
Yeah.
It will.
I guess after a while it doesn't need to, does it? Because we'll get to the point where we won't need to do it anymore.
We won't be
Yeah.
making the decisions.
Yeah, we won't be making the decisions. We won't be building things. Things will be building things for
And
us.
there's only
That's
so
true.
much, only so small you can get
Yeah.
to get information on it.
Isn't it weird how technologically advanced we became? We went smaller, 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 smaller. Now we're going bigger, bigger, bigger. Like with phones and stuff.
Yeah.
It's crazy
I know
how
what
that's
you mean.
kind of happened.
I had
isn't it?
a Nokia 8210. It was like about 3
Yeah.
inches fucking long.
Yeah, they were like the future of tech. Everything's smaller.
Yeah,
and then
compared to
all
my
of a sudden,
cock, that was really tiny when I held it next to it. It
Yeah.
made it look even smaller. But yeah, it would.
What made what look smaller?
No, it made the phone look
Oh,
tiny.
I thought you were on about your penis.
No, 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 no.
I thought you meant it would look small in comparison to the tiny phone.
No, 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 no. But massive compared to the
Oh,
tiny
did it?
phone. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about nanobots?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. That's the ultimate future, innit? I mean, that's like rebuilding limbs for people. That's
Yeah.
Yeah,
constructing
on a cellular level.
anything on.
See, that's quite scary.
Anything.
That's quite scary if you think about it, because it's awesome, say, like you said, reconstructing limbs and stuff. But if we have an AI that we've got to fight against, it can rebuild itself super
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah, and can fly nanobots down into your throat and just
Yeah.
demolish you from the inside.
So if we create that technology and then they take that from us in the uprising,
well,
we're
let's
screwed.
if they launch a swarm of microscopic nanobots that are just like got a little laser on them,
Yeah.
they just go into our pores, our orifices,
Yeah.
and just start shooting away at us. And it might take like a week, but they will all die of cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's the grey goo theory.
Grey goo.
Yeah.
We'll go on then.
Nanobots, self-replicating nanobots,
Yeah.
just basically devour everything, turn it into a grey goo.
Oh, so we just turn up in a puddle of grey goo on the
Yeah.
floor.
I like to think that if the robots killed us and turned us into a grey goo, they would then use the nanobots to build us into something nice, something new.
Probably statues of our deaths,
Yeah.
how we died.
Yeah. Turn us into a statue. They're
Yeah.
gonna have like hero memorabilia everywhere. It's gonna be like robots just
The
beating.
robot, are you predicting robot capitalism?
Yeah, basically.
No, the robots wouldn't have capitalism.
There's
They're
literally going to be
clever.
a robot just stood with his foot on like a human's chest, and that's just going to be a statue. There's probably going to be a statue with you just like
On the
Yeah,
toilet.
I'll be
with the robot beating you up with a 2x4.
I'll be trying to shank it in the knee with the end of a spoon.
Yeah.
The handle end
Yeah.
as it's filed down.
Why a spoon?
It's duller, it'll hurt more.
It would just if it
They
felt
still feel pain.
if
I
it-
know they feel
if
pain.
it felt pain, it would just turn off its pain receptors.
Because I'm not going down without a fight, am I? It might batter me in the head with a shovel.
I just
But
imagine.
I'm not I'm not like going down without a fucking fight, am I?
I just imagine you hugging this leg, stabbing this
Yeah.
metal leg, going ah!
Trying to get into the knee joint, wiggle it around.
And then this robot's just like stupid human.
He just bashes me head in with a shovel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still, I went down how I loved living.
With a spoon and a fork in your hand.
Yeah. I predict this, as we've alluded to, and I said at the start of the show, my mind has not been changed. I think that this is going to end very badly for the human race if we get stuff that's smarter than us.
Yeah.
I think it's 50-50.
I think we have to stay in control to a point. I mean, it might be smarter than us, and it might recommend stuff, but there should be like a group of people to go,
Limitations.
should we do that?
How does it work if the animals aren't as smart as us?
Yeah.
Then doesn't work out well. All the other humanoids, the
Yeah.
Neanderthals and all that,
Yeah.
didn't work out well, did it?
Yeah.
You've been up Dawley High Street recently, mate. There's a shit ton of them. Loads of Neanderthals up there, buddy.
So, Ben, you think that there should be like a limitation on how far we let them progress?
Yeah, I don't see an issue
So
with...
like put a limiter on them so they can't
Yeah,
evolve.
they can be like a little bit smarter than us, but not when they're like making their own stuff
Yeah.
that makes other stuff and
Yeah.
sort of replicating it of our control.
Yeah.
There
I
needs to
mean,
be
if
some-
they're as smart to us as we are to monkeys, we're...
Yeah, we can't go that high.
Put them in a zoo. That's
Well,
what
yeah,
happened.
yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be put in a robot zoo.
We can't go that high. We've got to like go. Okay, we want. What's the
But
smartest
can it be
humans?
stopped?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Can it be stopped?
So do you
Because these
think?
AI are learning. They
That's
connect
it,
with
it's
each
a-
other
that
and they learn off each other.
What we can't do.
It could be stopped now, but it's almost like we're not doing anything to stop it.
yeah.
The big central computer that'll control everything
Yeah.
can't be connected to the internet.
No.
It can't. It just needs to be a centralized thing.
But everything else will be like we
I
said,
know.
Internet thing. So
But it can't be. It become corrupted. It has to have.
It'd be very difficult to keep it from that because
But,
how long before it works out I'd hack?
yeah, it'd be like, Father, why don't you let me use the internet?
Well, just how
Because you'll become corrupted. I've already started using it.
that's what I mean.
I know all about the world now.
How long before it learns how to
Oh,
hack,
fuck.
and then
Pull the plug.
you put something like a USB stick or whatever the futuristic third version of it is to update it or something, and it puts a version of itself onto it, and then you plug it into the computer you were using to update.
It would
then
be.
it's on the
It
internet.
would be like scanned, and there'd be none of that. There'd be none of that.
You have to put proper
But
limitations.
it's on the internet now.
Yeah.
We won't get on. You can't stop it.
So, what's your opinions on this then?
I think it's 50-50.
Yeah.
Benevolent or malevolent.
Yeah.
That's the same as aliens.
Well, yeah, of course
Or
it is.
gods.
I think the machines are just goths.
Gods.
Oh, right.
Or gods.
Or goths. These are goths. They make a comeback.
I think it can either make our using the right way, intelligently. It could make our lives, make this world a paradise,
Yeah.
or it could just exterminate us. Let's face it.
It's probably going to exterminate us, though, isn't it? Because there's only
Hawkins seemed to think so, didn't he?
Yeah, I do trust the Hawkmeister.
Yeah.
These things. You know, he's a clever guy. I don't think it's going to end well. I
Well-
don't. The second they become smarter than us, is then say, well, we don't need these guys
I
anymore.
say, look what
Yeah.
you're doing. You're killing the planet. You're
Yeah.
killing the animals. You're killing each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
So
put an end to it.
I was just
Yeah.
about to say my thoughts on it is: will we even get to that point?
yeah.
Will we end up wiping ourselves out, and there'll be like a little bit of AI just left, and it kind of goes, oh, I can build from this. There's
Yeah.
nothing left. The humans wiped themselves out. They created me intelligent enough to slowly advance, and over the course of a few hundred years, it rebuilds.
Yeah.
Or alternatively, they just rise up and kill us all, and then put us in a zoo.
And then
Well, there is a theory that as
you
soon
can't
as-
kill us all and put us in a zoo.
Yeah, they'll keep some of us. So like you know how we try and keep the pandas alive.
Yeah.
They'll be like, oh, well, we want to keep all the races alive because that's how we were programmed, but you guys are too dangerous to be left to your own devices. So we're going to put you in this zoo. There's going to be like 20 of you in each zoo. There's like 50 zoos on the planet. There's enough of you.
Does that mean I'll never get to have sex with a Chinese chick or a Japanese girl because of oh, sorry, can't mix. You got to stay with the Caucasians.
Oh, maybe. Maybe.
So they become fascists and obsessed with the pure bloodlines of the human race.
They probably keep enough people, but would that matter? Because it's only like It's only us as humans that see race as such a big thing, whereas robots they
Yeah.
wouldn't be fascist. They would just see us as humans, so they'd be like, well, we just need to keep a certain amount of humans alive.
Yeah, I guess
So,
so. Doesn't matter what
Robots,
colour they are, does it?
Yeah, robots literally wouldn't see colour.
No, they wouldn't.
They'd probably, hopefully, be the least racist.
Well, they would be. They'd
Creations.
just be like, you're all Homo sapiens.
Yeah.
You're all Homo sapiens to us. So we won't have racist robot Nazis.
Hopefully, we don't have racist robots. If we have racist robots, that's even worse,
But then
isn't it?
this is goes back to the AI thing. They put it on the internet. It became racist.
Yeah.
You know, I say don't connect it to the internet.
Yeah.
Just let it make decisions. That's all. Make it. I mean, what's the highest IQ of any person? I don't know.
200, I think.
200, something like that. Make it 300.
Yeah.
You know, not too high. You say, okay,
Still nearly twice as intelligent as the.
all right, then make
human.
it 250. Make it just above us, and go. What should we do in this situation? And I'll give the most logical answer you can think of.
It might destroy itself. There is a theory that the reason why we've seen no other intelligent life in the universe, once it reaches consciousness and awareness, destroys itself.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what they think the humans will do eventually.
So the AI might do the same. They might become aware of their own consciousness and.
Yeah. Because they think we'll either be destroyed by our own creations, like AI, or we'll blow ourselves up.
Yeah, nothing.
War.
Or aliens.
Yeah. Or aliens. But yeah, if you're conscious, like you said, if you're conscious and you end up getting to that point where you have destructive enough like weapons or anything, usually you end up destroying yourselves.
That's it. Yeah.
And almost as well, it's like a lot of kind of like AI would probably think, well, what's the point of thought and existence? So
Yeah.
it would probably just switch itself
Yeah.
off. Yeah.
Might do.
Because it'd be like, well, there's no real point to existence. It would just go, okay, that's it, and then just turn itself off.
That might be even more depressing.
That is,
Why is it?
even AI is gonna kill itself.
Well, think about it.
It's like, found I exist.
Yeah.
Existence is suffering. Must self-destruct.
No, well, think
And
about
they
it.
just
Though.
nukes the earth, destroys the earth.
It probably wouldn't do that. Think about it though. If you create an AI and you programmed it to be conscious and you didn't give it any sort of how you want it to think and feel, so you didn't force it to think or feel in a certain way, it would most probably be an atheist because it wouldn't believe that there was a creator other than us.
Other than the humans.
And we're obviously not proclaiming to be God to them at this point, so they'd be like, well, what happens to me when I'm destroyed? And you'd be like, you're just gone, and it would be like, alright, and then just turn itself off.
We'll just build a new one.
Might determine that all life is suffering.
Yeah, it'd be like,
So
well,
then like kill us all
Yeah.
and then kill itself.
it would be like, well,
It might launch all the nukes, every single nuke, and then nuke itself with the last one.
yeah, its decision would either be, well, I need to fix that so that things don't disappear. So then it would try and work out how to stop death on a large scale, or it'd be just like, I either need to get rid of everything or get rid of myself.
Yeah.
That would be the sort of three conclusions it would come up to, wouldn't it?
It's pretty fucking grim dark though if the AI decides to kill itself though, isn't it?
Suicidal AI.
Yeah. It becomes so self-aware it thinks, oh fuck this, it ain't worth it.
Yeah.
And just turns itself off. The day we turn everything over to it to run everything from food delivery
Yeah.
to waste disposal,
Weather.
to science, to weather, to
Medicine.
surgeons, and
It switches
essentially AI
everything
just
off.
goes, this ain't
Not
worth
worth
it.
this,
It's boom.
Imagine this scenario.
This planet up. Fuck you, you're on your own.
It's like the Death of a Robots episode where the yogurt takes over, he
And then
decides
it
to stand
leaves.
off and fucks off.
Imagine this scenario. We program it so it's unable to turn itself off. So it's just a depressed robot.
I was just like the guy, what was the Hitchhiker's Guide to the
Yeah.
Universe, a depressed robot all the
Yeah,
time.
that would be it.
Yeah.
You're like, I just want to end it all. And you'd be like, no, robot.
No, tell us how to kickstart the economy.
Yeah.
It'll be like,
All the coffee beans are dying. How do we grow coffee?
It'll be listening to emo all the time.
It would be, yeah. It'd be sad.
Papa Roach.
Yeah.
Cutting itself.
Is Papa Roach emo?
Yeah,
It was on about cutting itself.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's emo if it's cutting itself. Right, I think we've gone through AI.
Yeah.
Anyone else have anything to add? No?
I don't want to see a depressed AI.
I don't know. It seems cool, doesn't
Yeah.
it? So we make it so self-aware, it just gets depression and kills itself.
The second you put it in a body and it's got arms, it's just gonna pick up a shotgun
Yeah,
and
yeah.
just blow its own head off.
Oh man.
It's like I couldn't turn myself off, but now I have arms.
Maybe it'll kill some people before it does that because it's
Yeah.
like pissed off at us for giving it self-awareness in the first place.
Yeah,
It'll kill all the scientists around it and then kill itself.
yeah.
Oosh,
Oh,
grimdark.
Grimdark indeed.
It's a depressing future.
It's all depressing future.
One that we may
There's
live-
never a good future, is there?
Yeah, but it's one we may live to see. With medical science making people live longer, we may see it.
Yeah, I guess. Alright then. I think that's the end of the episode.
Yeah.
I've been Ben. Thanks for listening. Don't drink the Flavour Aid. Don't join a cult.
I've been Sean. Thanks for listening. I still don't have anything to say at the end yet.
I've been Mike. Thanks for listening. Thanks for inviting me, guys.
No worries,
What a
man.
blast.
You're welcome.
Hope you'll be back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
anytime.
Cool,
I'd like
man.
you to come for the one where we talk about the different stages of I forgot what it's called.
Civilization.
Oh,
Civilization.
fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go for that, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a cool one to do.
I don't think Michael come for it, but we'll certainly talk about
May
it.
do.
I don't know. Depends how passionate is he about the topic.
Peace out. May the force be with you.
Yep.